You like a powerful man.
I do.
So a dominant to your submissive.
I'm not submissive.
Could you be a trad wife is what I'm asking.
Trad wife meaning like I'd be at home and no.
Like making Oreos from scratch.
I don't absolutely not.
Why not?
Because that's not who the I am. And my daddy didn't raise me like that.
To be a trad wife.
To be anybody's wife. My dad used to literally say that to me. I didn't raise you to be somebody's wife.
That's so brave.
I don't know if it's brave or smart. Most of the people that I know that's gotten married are divorced now.
And so really that's an indictment of the institution.
Yeah. I think marriage is legalized slavery.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Say more, because if I'm thinking about slavery and I'm thinking about marriage, there are two different images that come into my head.
Absolutely not. I don't think, I don't know how you don't. A man is, especially if he's expecting you to be a trad wife, he might as well pull out a whip and a chain.
Wow. So there are young people watching who might be wanting to get married. What would you say to them?
Don't.
Don't get married.
No.
Okay.
Oh, God, you are crazy.
How am I crazy?
You are crazy.
You're saying that marriage is a...
No, I don't believe in the marriage. No, I don't.
So you wouldn't get married?
No, and I don't think it's beneficial for a woman at all.
So what we see here, we see that older women who have failed at getting married are now trying to tell these young women to not get married. We have to make sure we protect the young women coming up from older women who have failed at getting married. I believe this energy comes from somebody who may have been rejected, who can't find the person that they want to be with. So now they're projecting out there that don't get married. I think that's what's wrong with the females today. Feminism has ruined the females. Older people, older celebrities that haven't been married, who say their father taught them not to be married. That's very tough to believe. It's very tough to believe, but we have to start protecting the younger women in their minds from the older women who have failed. This is coming from somebody who seems like they have failed at finding the right person for them. Maybe they want to be with somebody, but that person doesn't want to be with them. They're not happy with the selection of people that they attract. Who knows? But we have to understand that there's a lot of women out there that are hurt. There are a lot of older women out there that say, live by yourself, be a feminist. But the reason why they're saying that is because they failed. There's nothing wrong with being a traditional wife. If that's what you want to be, then that's what you want to be. If you want to depend on your husband, then depend on your husband. But you also have to understand this. If you want to make money as a woman, you have to understand that a normal man does not want that. A man does not want that. He wants to be the person that you can lean on. See, women take this as a form of control. Oh, he wants to control me. A masculine man, a real man, wants a woman that depends on him. See, women take it as a form of control, and those are the women that are typically making excuses for the reason why they can't find the right man. But it's sad to see that our celebrities, and it's also sad to see that a black woman would actively go out there and say on camera, don't get married. So what are women supposed to do? What are men supposed to do? This is what's wrong with Hollywood. This is what's wrong when people get on these podcasts and they have some type of platform and this is what they're pushing. This is why our generations are messed up. This is why you see the young black girls, they just want to be single baby mamas. They don't want to get married because you see the older black celebrities that are successful telling young women don't get married. Instead of them telling the truth. I failed. I have not found a person for me, but I wouldn't say don't get married. I would just say find the right person for you. That's all this is. This type of information typically comes from somebody who has failed to find love, who has failed to have kids, who has failed to have a family. No, you can't tell me, and no woman, any woman that comes to me and say, well, I chose not to have a family. I chose not to have a husband. They're lying. They're lying. Women want to have a family. Women want to have a husband. They want that. They want the soft life. They want that. What I see from Leslie Jones is that she may have had a hard life. She hadn't probably been put through the ringer and she's jaded. But with your jaded words, you're affecting a generation coming up. Do you not see these young women today? They have this same attitude. It's because they're listening to the older people that's been either ran through or been denied or been, judged or not don't feel as attractive as other people. So that's why they can't get with a certain person they want to be with. They're listening to information from them because of their status, because of their platform. This is why it's really important for the youth, especially young girls, to have a great role model. This is why it's important for the young girls and the young men to have a husband, not a husband, a father and a mother in the same household. Because what happens is these kids are coming from broken homes and they listen to people that also come from broken homes and been through bad situations. They're supposed to be listening to their parents, but they're listening to these celebrities. They're listening to these rappers. That's why when you see the youth today, they're messed up. It's because they don't have that foundation at home. So they're getting advice off the internet. The phone is a dangerous thing to a kid that doesn't have foundational support at home. So now they're getting all this flux of information. You have rappers telling them you can be a baby mama. You have rappers celebrating being a single baby mama, not being married. You have celebrities telling kids don't get married. You have all these agendas being pushed against the norm. That's what you have to worry about. But that's what you have to understand is that these words come from people who have failed. They have come from failures. You failed to get into a relationship. You failed to find the right person. You failed to have kids. You failed. So now you're projecting and you're telling everybody out there, don't get married. You say, don't get married, but you've never been married. But you say a lot of your friends were married and got divorced. So now you're trying to figure out a way to give some legitimacy to what you're saying. It may be joking. It may be, funny, but the message is clear what they're trying to push. You're trying to push, don't be married. Now, what's the point of, what is the point of living? What is the goal of a woman? What is the goal of a man if there's no point in getting married and creating kids in a stable environment? That's why I can't listen to a lot of people in Hollywood. Doesn't matter what color you are, because a lot of people in Hollywood have this agenda to go against the norm, to make it cool to be a degenerate, to make it cool to be, a single baby mama, to make it cool to not be married and be ran through. They're making this cool. That's the problem that I have with Hollywood. They're trying to make going against the norm cool, and that's why I can't rock with a lot of people in Hollywood. How can you say that? Well, the reason why a lot of these women say that is because they can't get what they truly want. So they want you to be miserable. They want you to be lonely just like them. That's why I tell these young women, make sure you find the right role model. This is why it's important to have a mom and a dad in the household so you can see what a marriage looks like, so you can see what love looks like, so you can see what connections look like, so you can see what loyalty looks like. Because if you don't have that at the home, you're going to fall and listen to people like this, and then you'll end up being just like them and having the same mind frame. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, keep this thing right, keep it going. Make sure you tap into the No Filter Morning Show every morning at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I appreciate you guys rocking with me, and I'm out.